buffer. Mm-mm-mm.
And we are live.
Oh, all right. Here we are, live once again, once a week. Actually, twice a week.
Twice a
We're
week.
live. So, all right. Let me just enter here. There we go. Canteen. So the last thing we did
Wait,
was this.
am I
Uh,
screen frozen? Marinho, what do you see?
I
uh,
still see Magenta looking at candle mode.
Yeah,
yeah.
so we are
I
okay.
am still here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking and
No,
the
no.
the
It's just
screen
that
was not.
yeah. I'm just opening on my browser to look at the pull request. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So changes since last week, right? So just to recapitulate, we were adding the data node uh, abstraction to the bookkeeper, trying to spawn a server
Yeah.
that we would receive commands to open and do all of this stuff and then write stuff to the disk, but we didn't connect the commands. So we just now parsed the data, right, coming in as bytes, and then we compose the command as we wish.
Oh yeah, we read the F open, right?
Yes, we didn't. I think we didn't. We just didn't plug in, right? But overall, it's working.
But
Uh,
have we decided which format of
no, we
serialization we're gonna
haven't,
use?
and it's gonna be slightly painful, right, to do so because uh, the alternatives are like peg parsing. So Marin will do it for us. So
No, he also
anyway,
proposed as expressions, no?
yeah, that's true. But we're also gonna have to parse that, right? So
I see.
for now, like that, what we have is working. So I propose just going with that. That's
That's fine.
fine for me.
That's fine.
So let
Yeah,
me
that's
just
fine.
give a brief overview of what we can use as tooling next time.
Mhm.
I started a candle mode thingy that I showed you guys already. That you can just use this if you're using straight on Emacs,
I will try
and
to
then it
remember to
just
put in the description of the video.
loads the package. And I have some highlighting to some extent. Let me go back here.
Wait, you didn't
Thank
copy
you.
SML mode and change it? You are making one from scratch?
There's a lot of stuff, so I'm copying just pieces that I find interesting and
Oh.
putting it there and heavily changing the design.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Uh,
judged you wrong, Magetta. I just judged you copy pasted, but you were actually like doing the surgery.
yes, I'm extracting the pieces.
Jeez.
The
Okay.
like what I let me show what I have right now. More or less, it's copy pasting. So I think I put here candle.
Another thing that I would like to address, Magetta, Gluster has a bunch of different modes of like redundancy, distribution of the data across all the servers and all the bricks.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do any of that?
I mean, ideally, we should, right? Like redundancy and replication, we should
Yeah.
do, but I don't think we have time to do that. And I think that's something we can live without right now. So I'm not really picky about those.
Yeah, but I think we should define at least a standard. Like out of all of those modes, what is the standard?
Well, I don't know, man. I'm just going ad hoc. Like, oh yeah, this looks interesting.
No,
So
that's fine.
that's it. So
Ad
anyway, like
hoc
I
and ad
picked
lib.
these things and I extended, removed a few things. So these constants they were in the SML mode, if I'm not mistaken, or from Okamo. I don't recall which one I stole this from.
Did you
Uh,
add highlighting for the pipe?
yeah. So no, actually no. I added for these guys,
No.
which some of them were already here, some operators, right? But if you type, well, if we add the second operator like this, we can add the pipe, so that's fine. But or did you mean like add the pipe to the code?
No, that also. But even if you add the pipe to the code, it's not gonna be highlighted
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, it's not gonna be highlighted. It's just a function. So that's the next thing I want to do. I want to do a parser in eLisp or use like tree-seater or something like that that allows me to understand that this token is the name of a function,
No, I
which you
see.
can in SML, right? Instead of just like so you highlight it differently because we have different typefaces. So right now I just added more or less all of them as keywords, apart from this that I was testing the operator.
You can
But we
copy
have
from
like
silverware.
type.
We have like 3 typefaces going on there.
Oh, we do. Okay, I'll take a look then. But we have the type, for example, so that's something we could use for
Yeah.
typing. But I need a better parsing, so I just added this. Then the
If you
keywords,
parse
blah blah.
it, you really love SML, man. That's the sign
I
of the
don't think
love.
I will do that. I prefer to just use something else. But
Sure.
this is the main thing that I. This is not something I copied. I picked from Zali,
Mhm.
and yeah, I based myself out of Zali. So there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, so that's it. So that's just the foundation, so we can start building an actual mode with a REPL and everything like floating around. But I think
Yeah, that
for
sounds
now it
nice.
already works. So that's it. I have
I
a
would like
LSP.
to. I would like you to increase the size of the buffer, please.
I can. Is it better or
Yeah, that's
more?
enough. To me, Marin.
Yeah, I can read it. It's fine.
So we can. You see that?
No,
Can you
that's
guys see the
that.
completion?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not company. That's
Corfu.
yes.
So okay, it is working. Ah. By the way, we don't have highlighting for comments still, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
So
that,
where did we stop? Let's see.
I think we
Uh,
stop after we manage to serialize the fopen.
Here.
Actually, a little bit further. So open tests do slash communication.sml. So that's that we man. I remember making this work,
Let's see.
but then
Does
you
it
have to
really?
use the. I don't. You probably have it right. So you're gonna have to use the. We are using the eLisp front client that you made, and we changed the string that you
All right.
were sending
Right.
as a client.
Policy build.
Marinho, I interrupted you. Sorry.
uh, no, yeah, I was just gonna make an aside that if you highlight comments in a color that does not stand out, you are doing it wrong.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Is this your normal Emacs mode, Mageta? This color theme?
Yeah, this is Tomorrow Sanity Inc.
But is this
Tomorrow
new?
Blue. No, this is man. This is one of the first themes I ever used actually.
I don't remember being liking it this much, but nice.
I'll say secretly hated it. Is that what you
Well,
say?
you are the one of the few folks that I actually enjoy to have as a friend that uses light mode. So
That uses light mode.
yeah, and it worked. Look at that.
Yeah. So let me just shrink this here. So I think this is a good start, but I think we better go on with this and then try to just do things as necessary. So what I'm tempted to do is to try to open and write something instead of read first.
I think we should write first.
Because after all, we can't read, right, if we don't have
Okay,
write. So let's just make F write.
but there is
Go on.
a very cool description that Mr. Marinho made.
And we have something else to discuss too, which is the confusion that I think we're gonna have. So we should extend, or so I think, the bookkeeper. Man, this hash array is not being identified. Don't ask me why. But can I actually have Polly? Okay,
Okay, but
Polly doesn't.
Mageta, sorry, but Marinho actually described to in the Canteen chat what is we should do to write stuff.
Yeah, so I remember asking about the. Where is it? Here.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
didn't put it
asking
in a
about
document
it.
just yet, but uh,
And then
that
I talked
is
about the what we should have on the locations, right? We
right.
right now we don't have locations, right? Our locations are these hashes, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to make the
Yeah.
what does it mean to say
So
that we have a location?
location I think would be, get it again. The node that I don't know how that would be like. So I'll
An
put
ID at least.
It would have to be something kind of equivalent to an Erlang PID.
Exactly, an ID. Yes. Something that we can identify, it is unique, stuff like that.
a position. So a position will be just a int and a size.
Uh,
And those two are needed because you need to know how much to read or how much to write, like on a position. Because think of this, like when you're gonna store, well, at least the way I'm thinking, there might be different ways. So, for example, using SQLite, but I think that's cheating. Uh, but if you're gonna write to a file, right, on each data node will have its own file where it dumps the bytes, and you need to locate things. You need to know how much you need to read to retrieve it, right, for that block,
Yes.
and the position where you start from. So that's why I noted this too. Uh, you were going to say something, Marinho? Go on.
um, yeah, you're basically thinking that, at least for now, if we want to have multiple nodes on the same machine, we can have that because the location also includes a position in the disk, right?
Can you repeat? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because at least for now,
Mm-hmm.
um, if you want to have multiple nodes running in the same machine, you can because you're including a path and position as part of the location, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, why having that forbids more than one node per machine exactly?
No, it doesn't. It allows it actually because if you just have the node, like if the location is just the node address or ID or whatever, then you can't really have more than one node in the same machine because the address will refer to that machine,
Oh, right.
right?
Right. Okay, okay, I see. So it's really an Erlang PID then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we have the map of files that we have from a file path, we can know its hash. Then from its hash, we can know the list of locations, and I'm going to assume that we're going to have in chronological order from most recent to least recent. Is that right?
The least. So depend. Well, if we're gonna append, we can use it to our advantage. So it's gonna hold the history of all the. Actually, wait. Oh boy. So let's think. So a file goes here first, right? So we're gonna get a file name, and then gonna get a hash out of that,
Yeah.
right? But I'm thinking this should be a list of hashes because you can enable a history of the file changing, right? So
Yeah, that's an option.
that's one thing. I don't think we need to do that now. So I'm gonna right now the approach I think we can do to make things simple is just replace the file hash, right? So you always discard the knowledge of the old ones, uh, and then you get the hash, and then that hash is the top of the tree that is given here, right? So it's the product of the hashing of all the data nodes, of all the chunks that you had in the file, correct? And then from that we apply, and then from finding the hash, we get a list of a lot of all the locations in a sequence of where these things are. So chunk number one is in this particular place. So go look at this node and then give this node this path and give this node, maybe the path is useless, but give the node this position and the size, and then the node retrieves the information for you if you are reading. Or
Yeah.
if you're writing, you're going to
Yeah.
replace it, let's say.
Yeah.
Well,
But
we're not going to have this. mutation, right? That's something to have in mind.
Yeah, but I would like to simplify that a little bit, and let's go with your what you wanted, Magenta. Let's try to make it just the right operation today. So let's go from top to bottom, beginning of the pipeline to the end of the pipeline. The beginning being the client made a request. The end is we wrote the actual data somewhere. What would be
You
the
know one thing
step
that
by step?
pisses me off on this mode?
What?
Most of the stuff is white.
Well, you have the green, which is which is the kind of
Yeah, but
very.
it's always in the front. So, like here, there's a massive blob of white. It's just
Oh yeah, that's true. That's actually true.
so. Anyway, let's try to then do this. By the way, this indentation is weird. I mean, it's getting it correctly, but yeah, that's better. So this serialize, we're gonna get a tag, and right.
Oh, we're gonna have a problem, dude. That's not gonna be
Mhm.
possible because the right case we have more content. We need to know how to deserialize a list, and we don't know how to do that actually. Now what?
So let's think. Nothing. So things will come differently, and you're gonna process the protocol differently too. The main problem here is, all right, you can just implode. Oh, that's fine.
What do you mean
Oh,
it's
that's
fine? How do you know the
oh
file name ended and the list of word eights started?
slash uh what's the name?
Slash
Null
r?
character,
Slash
like null
zero?
terminator.
Null terminator?
Oh, yeah, null terminated string.
Oh, so we are making the file formatting as we go as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let
Oh,
me
okay.
just
That means that we can't have 0 bytes as part of the file name. I think we can live with that.
That's fair.
I mean, you couldn't, right, in theory, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, because see,
Yeah.
Because see.
So I'm tempted to just go with that. So let's see. Let's write here. And why is this with trailing spaces in the end, man?
No, it's probably me messing around and not noticing it.
Uh,
Okay, so
so I will do right.
we already have a right.
Yes, I
Magenta.
know. We're gonna do fun deserialize,
Oh, this is
and
a
then we're gonna
writer.
get yeah. No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is this is the same tag as this on purpose.
Wait, I'm confused.
So
Why would you do that?
because you can do this, and then you pass the garbage.
Well, but then why you're not calling it a writer?
Because it's not a writer. It's just a module to identify this
Ah,
function.
and it's not case sensitive. I didn't know that. I thought matters, but it
As
doesn't.
far as I know, it doesn't.
Okay.
As far
Well,
as I
Polly
know,
will tell us.
Polly will tell us indeed, or will it?
No, it will. I have that
You have
on
faith in
that I
Polly.
have really strong faith.
You have faith in Polly. Do you think Polly will let you down, Lewis? Uh, right. So I miswrote it.
No, so it does matter.
It does,
Okay.
and Polly told us. So
Polly told us. That's fair. No, no, no,
that's
not
a
okay.
not
Pokemon.
Polly. Melton.
No, this is not a Melton.
Well,
Melee.
but didn't you say that the LSP only works because of Melton? Oh
No,
no, it
no.
was the
It
formatter.
LSP. Yeah, the formatter.
Okay, that's true.
So this realize. So this garbage here. How are we gonna do this?
You need to consume the stuff until you encounter a null terminator. That would be the name
So
of the file name, and the
I need
remaining
to
it is a list.
consume. I need to consume character by character.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh
Doesn't ML
man.
have like a string search character or something?
It doesn't have a
It can
split
do,
at. Okemo doesn't have a split at. You know?
but well, a split is not really safe right? Because what if the data has a /0? You see, the data should have it.
As slash zero, you mean?
Should be allowed to have it, right? That's the problem.
No, the data,
Yeah,
yes, but we're
we
talking about the file name.
Yes, I know, but we can't just split. So, I mean, yeah,
we
okay.
would
If you
only need to split at
discard,
the first null byte,
yeah, I see.
actually.
So let's
Yeah.
let's do this. So,
Wait, I was actually
file.
trolling. Does SML have split that?
Well, let's discover. If there is not, we're gonna have to do it.
Well, we just copy paste the Okemo one that we made it.
Right.
It's
Let's
still
see if
there, I
they have it.
believe. It's still there. Oh, substring. That's yeah, but that's not really what we want though.
No. Translate. What the heck?
It doesn't have the docs. Oh, it does. Returns the
Translate
string.
F.
Each character. Wait, this is fmap. What?
Why is this? I'll not ask questions. I'll not ask questions. Okay, so just send it to me then. Lemos the
Oh,
Okamo one.
okay. Let me find the Okemo one.
This is truly the Okamo experience.
Wow.
Not having, not having anything. Just make everything yourself. I really hope we didn't remove it. Now that I said it, let me check. Uh,
We debated it for 6 months. Have we debated this for 6 months?
not months. I said hours. No, I think I said hours.
I mean, there are reasons. Just because I said because reasons and didn't expand doesn't mean they don't exist.
uh, I'm still searching it. Oh yeah. Okay, but this is not split at. This is split groups.
Yeah, that's not quite what we want.
But we can
What we
change it.
want is like, oh boy.
Can we
Oh
convert
man.
this to split at? My God.
Ah.
I remember that this took us a while because it has a very weird case of recursion or something
I'm
like that.
actually inclined to just do it myself again.
Okay, let's
Just
do it.
like
Like,
just
Let's
like
do
Ocumlers want us to do, right? Split at man, let's
like
do a
the
utility
function,
We
the
file.
already
function that
have a
we want is
utility.
actually simpler than this, right? Because we only
Unfortunately
need,
we do, yes.
Wait,
like, we only
repeat,
need
Marin.
to, like, the function that we need is actually simpler than what you pasted here, because we only need to find the first null byte, and then everything before that is the file name, and everything after that is the file contents, right?
Yes, yes. So we just need a single split. The split groups actually does way more things than this. Wait a moment.
And
Oh, I think we made split at in racket, Marin. No?
In Racket, I think we did something similar. Don't recall if it was precisely that, but I can check. Um, power. Um,
Okay, but we can make it here live. That's not a problem because, well, we know how to make split ats. It's fine. So do you still remember how to do it, Magit?
so let's see.
You
We
pattern match the
should
head.
see the character, save it on like what we need is actually simpler.
No, man, it's exactly
No, no,
Haskell's
it is.
split
It
at.
is. So we're just gonna pick the first and then
Check
separate the
if it's the
strings.
character. If it is, and the
So
accumulator will be the two
case.
tuples. Well, none of the tuple. It will be a tuple
How
with
do
the.
we? How the heck do we get the character?
It's HD, no? But
Just a
oh
sec.
can't
no,
you pattern match using cons,
Well, just a second.
Marinho?
what we did in Racket was actually chunk by size.
Ah.
Like,
Okay, we are
at
making
splitting a list.
utilities.
Yeah, no, it was splitting a list into chunks of uniform size.
I see.
Not really what we want here.
Yeah. Yeah, we literally just want split that, man. Just pattern match the string. If grabs the head, check if it's the character. If it is, the accumulator is a tuple. and that's it. We're gonna have to have an inner function also, by the way. We're gonna have to have
Thank
like
you,
a
LSP, for being crazy.
insane.
And
You,
it's not. Oh, there you go. Thank you. So I need to know what do I do to pick the first character without just exploding the string. That's just stupid. There's this is prefix.
yeah, no, we feel your pain, command. We have to re-implement stuff because ecosystems suck.
So string and char. So oh man, this pains me.
Pains me. Wait, you're doing so? No, that's not. No, no, no. There's no head for
No.
strings. Oh
I mean, I
man,
couldn't
I'm
find
so
it.
fucking
Let's
sorry.
see.
But I'm confused. You can't pattern match on strings. Is that it?
Well,
Really?
you can in F sharp. I don't assume you can here.
Okay, let me check that.
You know the answer,
Pattern
Lems.
match.
Actually, I think you can, but maybe not the first because the
Okay,
string is
SML New
maybe.
Jersey, pattern match on strings. Oh yes,
See
you
if you
can.
can.
You can.
Can I do this?
So you pick string.explode, then you explode the string to be a list,
Ah,
grab the head
then
of
it's just a
that.
list. Then it's
Y-
a list.
yes.
Ah, man, I'm not gonna do this. Sorry, I prefer to just sub.
Okay.
So I pick that.
It's hashtag to do the char. I think. I believe.
Yeah, yes, I know this. So this we pick. Oh, actually, it's just split by char. Ah, we don't have guards. Kill me.
You don't have a guards.
So head, and then
Why
we
are you
do
laughing, Marin?
if split by
I'm looking at
char.
this and I'm like, dude, Racket 8.13 just landed and it has RB vectors as a new type in the standard library. Like, it would be so nice if strings were implemented in a general purpose sequential type in a functional language as opposed to just a flat string that we're forced to explode into a list. Like,
No, but Magetta is resistant to the explosion, so let's keep it.
Yes, let's go without it. So split by char. So if it's the same thing as the head, then we. So if it's the same thing as the head. Oh, by the way, F sharp now has static methods on interfaces.
Um,
So don't
Static
sign.
methods on interfaces. I don't know if I
Yes, that
understand what that means.
like you need to define a function. You can define and implement the thing already on an interface.
Oh, okay, I see, I see.
So
That's
you
cool.
can just inherit things from the interface in multiple things and then do somewhat like polymorphism with that.
Yeah,
And guess what? The Donsheim didn't want to add it, but he had no choice because .NET added it.
cool.
So
Okay, so here's my
uh,
my suggestion, Mageta. What about the split at function returns a tuple? What do you think about that?
why a tuple?
Because it
Oh, I
should
mean,
return the
of the
tuple,
head and the tail.
not the
Oh,
head
that's
and the
fine.
tail. No, no, not the head and the tail. It should return in the first member of the tuple the string
Before the
until
head.
yes,
No, yes, that's what I meant. Yes.
yeah.
So
So
that's
you
what I was
need an
going to do
accumulator. You
anyway.
see this? You see here? We need an
Yes, I
accumulator
know.
going on.
That's what I was going to do anyway. But I'm just thinking here, like if this is equal, then
Then
I
we
would
return
return
we
here
close the
the
recursion.
accumulator. So
We should make a fun inside a fun and have double fun.
didn't want to do it, but
it's a fun.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you,
a
Marinho.
fun
Thank you.
square.
Thank you, Marinho. I will just put a fun loop and
Yes,
then ACC and
yes.
then this clownishness
No,
go
but the
inside of
string
it.
needs to go alongside the loop. The string,
The
the
string,
str.
yes, it does.
And I hope shadowing works.
It does.
Which, by the way,
So I
Marinho
hope.
taught me that Zig doesn't allow you to do shadowing. And I said, Matan
What?
would hate it.
Most of I abuse of shadowing. I'm sure of that,
I
but
never use it. And I never use it.
uh, okay. Oh boy.
Quinto fun.
So then here we return the ACC, but do we return the ACC with this guy or not?
We
We
need to make a
don't, right? Because
convention.
this guy, we don't because this guy is this right at this time. So nope. So just this in the case where we pick the head. Actually, no,
No, no, it's
we
not the
continue
ACC.
here.
You make a tuple in the den, and then the first member of the tuple is the ACC, and the second member is the remaining substring, right?
All right, true. So but okay, let's do this now before I
You
cry.
need to concat the. No, you're not gonna do loop. You're
Yeah,
just
there's
gonna
just
put
the
the remaining
rest.
here.
So string
Substring,
dot substring.
and then chew until whatever.
So the size of the ACC. This function is weird.
No, no, no. You're gonna not gonna have to care about the size of the ACC, Magetta, because you're gonna chop the string as we go. You
So
see?
I already chopped it by now. So it's just str
Well, it depends if
without
sub is
the
mutable.
first.
What is string.sub does?
No, it doesn't mutate.
So
Doesn't
you need to
mutate.
do the sub again.
Of but
You
here's
just need to
that's what I
pop.
meant. That's what I said. I need to pop. The sub. It just removes the amount that I want,
Okay, I'm
which
gonna
is
give you
one.
another chance to
What if I
explode the
put you
string.
here? It gives me a char. Oh, because it gives me only a position. I see. So we need to use substring or suffix. Do we have that? We don't. No, we
Suffixes
gotta be
with
kidding.
two F's.
So let me read this function. C extract. That sounds extract.
That's great, man. That's great.
I mean, this
Cool.
is the extract, brother.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the source code. So let's go. String polyml.
Hey, you gotta be kidding me. They didn't. Man, this is fucked up.
Like at some point.
I
Let
don't
me
want to
check.
explode, but we can explode.
Yeah,
Garbage.
I think you finally surrendered. That's fine.
But it just looks ugly because we have to explode, generate an array, and then just to split.
Well,
Garbage.
as Marinho said,
List.
if you don't have a convenient way to manipulate strings as a continuous data structure, you are pretty much out of luck.
And then I need to implode again, which is just ugly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Uh,
implode it back again. Yes. You're gonna have to
so,
implode it twice actually, because you're gonna have to implode the first member of the tuple and the second.
what?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
yeah. You're gonna have a list, and then instead of returning a pair of true lists, you're gonna return a pair of strings, right? You're gonna have to
I'm gonna
implode two
return
times.
a pair of two strings.
Yeah, but they are lists at this moment.
No. This
What?
is a. Oh, I see. The accumulator that you're talking about, this, right?
Yeah, that yes.
Well, it doesn't need to be. You can just concat strings. Why would you handle it as a list?
Oh, you're not exploding at the beginning and doing the Paternation lists. You are exploding, taking the tail and imploding back again. Jeez,
Which
that's
is why I
cursed.
think it's cursed.
That's
Yes.
cursed.
So I think it's better to just do this here, luyop, and then here we pass the. So we pass the remaining thing
Yeah, you
added
pop
up.
the you do in the else do a let. Pop
Let me
the
just let me just add the second thing first. So the accumulator would be the ACC, which I should type
you
just
should
to be
type that.
sure.
You should type that.
Uh, and then do I have string? How do I add? How do we add? Because here's the problem. I can't do this, right? I can't do this. I mean, I can do this.
I mean, I can.
I can, right?
I believe so.
You're
I'd
not
like to
crazy.
believe, yeah.
So, not complaining. Great. But I cannot do this. Can I?
I would be surprised if
Wow,
allows you to do that.
it does.
I don't know if I believe LSP, man, at all.
You can test on the REPL.
Sure, but I'm pretty much certain that yeah, it's written in here in the source code. The that accent operator is just for strings, man, not chars.
It's lying.
Well, it's the source code. It's the most up-to-date documentation, according to Marinho.
Thank you, Elise Ishel. Ah,
See?
life is not that easy. Yeah, so it's just LSP going bananas.
Yeah, I think it's because the let is wrong on within the
Okay,
split
but
at.
how? Oh, probably yes. And then the inference is crazy.
Yeah.
But how do we concat? How do we convert a character to string again? I don't remember.
Man, there was a thing. I think it's the module char instead of the module string, Magetta. And then you
To
do
string.
to string, yeah.
To
Man,
string.
this is gonna be like we are not even trying that hard, but it's gonna be one of the most inefficient codes ever written by humanity.
I wouldn't go that far to say one of the most inefficient codes of humanity.
Like, come on. Crazy.
Well, if you want to make it less efficient, you can always just call the Ackermann function at each character.
Yes, that would be fantastic. I would love to see that.
And again, we're not even trying that hard. You're not using Python even.
Oh, we should summon Python at every loop.
Though if I know what is Bogle sort, I heard of that name. I think university. Let me check.
I know about GNOME sort.
Is
Never
that the
heard
one
of
that is
Bogor.
random and you have like a very slim chance? Yeah. Okay. I see.
I mean, I suppose the quantum it doesn't matter, right? Uh,
Random permutation. Yeah.
so we convert this to a string, and then we
You concat that at the end. No,
first.
you need to concat that at the end because then you're gonna reverse
Yes.
the thing.
Well, we can reverse in the end if you want.
Ah, it's not a competition, man, of making it worse.
What if I want to make it a competition?
Then we're gonna invoke.
So,
Somebody's gonna invoke Python.
oh wait, I already have the head. I didn't even need to assign this then. Just this. Okay, that
Awesome.
that looks slightly less bad.
Yeah, I agree on that. I agree on that.
Come on. Oh man, come on.
It's not actually that bad in terms of performance. Really? Are they doing FFI with C now? Like all the time? Mostly because none of Python is everything. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What does this function return? Just a char?
Let me check for you. I can
It
check
better,
that.
right?
I can check. I can check. So sub returns.
Because I don't know why this is failing.
Oh, it's
This
very
makes no
convenient, man.
sense.
The module, the string module, and the char module are in the same file. Thank you. That helps.
String is as a record of a tuple type, but string true blah blah blah.
Where
Oh,
is
I
sub?
see. So this guy here.
Oh,
So
I
this
found
is
it.
the remaining of the string. So it's the string without the
Sub returns
tail.
a char, friend.
So wait a second. This is the string without the tail.
Not the tail. The string
No, without the
without.
head. Sorry.
Yes, exactly.
So it's
It's the
gonna be the
same
same garbage
exactly.
as
Let's put
this.
that in a
So
let at least. Like at the least, let's do that. Come on.
yeah.
Enemy just goes down to C. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's do this. I'll do this. But then we need to do this.
Is
Which
that
is
because of the
plain.
case?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, no. This is because of the let. The let requires a let in end.
There's something wrong in the indentation, friend. I
There
think the
is, I
line of
know.
the
It's
off
this.
is wrong.
Yes, this is bogus. But why is it still complaining? Oh, I didn't pass the tail here.
Why are you doing a case off? Why don't you just put in the if the
I
string
don't know
sub?
why. Because I thought of pattern matching, but I
Oh,
didn't.
okay, no.
Uh,
Just put that in
go
the
ahead.
well. That also works. Don't you, do you need the let vol? No, you need the let the vol twice. Yeah, do
Why
you
is
need that?
this complaining? Pattern
I think it's
declines the string.
because
Oh, this is
the
a function. Ah, I forgot that str is a function. Uh,
so just put that's not a good name, but that works. We should type those things, man.
but I'm fine without piping. I'm fine without piping.
It will
And
break miserably.
since we are doing this already, like this explosion bullshit.
Wait, at the end you need to call loop, friend. At the end of the last in,
Yes, yes.
you need to
Here.
call loop, pass the tuples empty,
Oh,
and
we don't need the lane. We do. We need to start and
and
we need to
tuples
pass empty.
empty tuples.
Why tuple?
Because the splitat function returns two things. It returns the
It
string
returns
until it
two things in
matches.
the end of the recursion, not at every recursion step.
How?
This is the ending case.
Uh,
That's the only
you
case
are
where it
right.
returns.
You are right. You
Yeah.
are right. You're right. Okay.
Uh, so okay,
So,
this was not as much painful as I
oh, this was
didn't
much painful
expect
than
it
I
to
was
be.
expecting, man. Like it
Uh,
should take everybody here in your main language should take no more than 7.5 minutes to make a split that function.
this pattern which binds a lane with a type string does not check part of the matched expression for equality of the existent lane, which has the same type and which was already in scope. So it's complaining about shadowing.
Yeah, pretty much. So maybe you should rename the lm inside initial string. Okay, that's fine. Just call it initial string. Yeah, there. Let's test this in the repo. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna do what we want.
Stop being a deal breaker, Lums.
I'm being pretty sure. Oh, it typed. Okay, it typed. That's something.
Uh, uh,
ABC, and then you just put B as the separator or C or whatever. Scarring, scarring much? No. I think it's Halo, Commander. I really do.
yeah, it's Halo.
Yeah. Okay, so what did it
No,
do?
no, no, no. Actually, no, no. Sorry, that's Morrowind. No, that's I mean, it's Elder Scrolls, right? I don't know if it's on Skyrim, but it's on Morrowind for sure.
But it lists like I hear a lot of Halo coming from your
No,
scene.
Halo is the. How is the? No, I don't recall. I don't recall.
Sure, it's
Why did
wrong.
he cut? Why did he cut the A?
It didn't do. Oh, no, it. Oh, we are actually close. But I believe or Haskell splitet maintains the splitter on the first member of the tuple. But that's fine.
Well, we shouldn't maintain it either way, right? We should just remove
If
it.
you want to have the null terminator, it should be at the end. At the end
Well,
of the
not
first one.
really. It doesn't matter for us.
Well, yeah.
We can easily remove it from this guy. But why did it get away on the first?
So let's go one iteration. The first iteration is missing something apparently. Are
Well,
you
let's
sure
see.
the sub doesn't start from 0? Are you sure?
That would be bizarre because string sub
Come
one
on.
two three
Does it start from
one.
0?
I mean, that's the. I suspected that was the amount of guys you pick. Why did
Value.
it? What?
Wait a moment. Are we overriding the string module?
Oh, we did. What the heck?
That's funny.
I
Can't we
mean,
just extend it? Isn't that a thing?
that's what I. Well, I mean, naturally, I never done anything in SML, but in F Sharp or Como, you can just make another module with the same name. That's why I named the string, right? Because you just type string and then your function shows up
Oh,
there. It
so in F
merges.
sharp and Okemo they are merged.
Yes, they're merged and not replaced.
So
That
merge modules SML.
as I think you better search for standard ML extend structure here. And some poor soul on Stack Overflow asking this.
I think I found a Stack Overflow post as well. That was a bit of a P8. This conversation reminds where I showed you some Spanish text. The fact that you speak somewhat normal English most of the time and that it's random gives me most certainly adds to the comedy. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Uh,
I see. So apparently the way to handle this would be you have a signature, like just an example. Let me copy this example from Stack Overflow.
I use the example with the C's and the S's.
Not sure. Didn't read the things through. But it's this.
No, it's not. Okay, let's go. So you have a
So they have a
signature.
signature text that has
What the
beep
heck is
one.
include though? Is this like is the merge? Is this the merge?
So I think so, yes. And then it has this functor that takes that test. You see? And then it opens the thing. But I think the include is just a command for, well, I guess it's just a command for um, signatures. I'm not sure if it would work on extending string as
No, let's
well.
try go though. Go to the structure, our string structure, and add the include string in there.
Well, I already fucked up this repo, didn't I? Man, let me not use eShell. I'm sorry, eShell.
Now using eShell.
There.
Marinho, are
And
you
I can
alive?
use
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm still
anyways
alive.
two
Okay.
for the time being.
I was expecting you to say something. This is not tail recursive or whatever. Are you doing okay?
I'm actually writing the same thing in Racket.
Thank you.
Of course you are.
Expected to, but include was found. Yeah, so the include is just for signatures. Because they are specifying what
I
you need
wanna
to
die.
pick it
Okay.
from the outside. So if I understand this correctly, like they're making a functor that extends with picking this. You see?
That's
Because think of
so much
this.
more
It,
work, man.
man, it makes sense because extension is not a thing, like it's a thing you pick for granted because of sugar syntax, right?
Yeah.
But since they're going from the approach of just building basic foundations and then building things on top of that, this is the correct way to do it because one is not really a module. It's a functor that's receiving the other module, the old one,
Mm-hmm.
So you can extend the version. So it actually gives you more versatility because you can have different functors overloading different versions of a module.
But
You see?
couldn't you achieve the same kind of thing with the F sharp way?
Uh, no, because well, I mean, it depends, but it would have to do with file management, which is garbage.
Ah,
With namespaces, right? In this case,
ah.
here they are going with like you just have a functor, and then you pass something to it, and then now this functor has the old stuff plus what it already has.
Okay, so we have only one function inside our structure, so let's
And
make the
I'm not
signature of.
gonna bother. Yes, I'm not gonna bother.
Wait, you're not
We
gonna bother
can
with what?
with naming it as a module.
Ah, I don't know. It seems pretty easy to just make a signature, man. Why not?
Uh,
You were supposed to tell me why.
let's go then.
So just make signature string.
It's not that we need a signature, by the way. It's just that we just need to inherit something. But
Okay, Marinho did it in
wait a
Racket.
second. Wait a second. Can we open string? Does that work?
That would
That
be
would be
funny.
very funny. It does.
What?
Because the string is also has its signature,
Oh
right?
no, but this
So
also worked before. Just now do the string.sub. No, that's not party before, we are certain.
yeah, it works.
And it
And yes,
is.
it's address based. You gotta be kidding me.
It is. I'm so Marinho is happy.
Oh man.
It's zero based. I
Oh
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the amount of characters, not the
No, 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 no,
index.
no.
It's
That's
cursed.
sub as in subscript, not substring. That's why.
But they have a substring function. Magetta was just dreaming.
I was just dreaming.
uh,
What the heck, man? String split at.
yeah, like I said, probably less than 7.5 minutes. Marinho made it in Racket. It's not a hard of a function, bros. It's just because we don't know the tooling yet. And you're gonna have to make some of the tooling.
I mean,
And we are doing a
I
distributed
could have
system.
done without the string to list conversion and list to string conversions at the beginning and end, just by iterating through the characters. But
What the heck
uh,
happened
I think
here?
your wrapper is broken.
I do think so too. Yes.
I think when you did that sub without closing the string, the wrapper just went nuts.
Let me save this. And well, Emacs things, right?
Emacs.
You know that talk of the guy, like guy getting interviewed about what do you do for a living? Emacs. It's literally this. What do you
That's
work?
great.
Well,
Ah,
Emacs. So what do you do for a living?
that
No,
seems
this was
right
part
though.
time. Yeah, now it is correct.
Let's try the worst case scenario. Put a splitter that is not contained in the string.
Well, it's gonna go on. Oh, what if we put nothing, like empty? What happens? Nothing.
Syntactic errors. You need to put
What if
something
I
there.
put
Yeah, put.
y? Oh,
Yeah.
there is y
No,
there.
put D. Yeah, that's fine.
Empty raised.
Probably we should not have that because this is a server. That's fine for now, I think.
Yeah, we can do something better in the future.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot. We
In
should
the
stop at some
future,
point.
just definitely not now. Uh, okay,
so
so
so now you're gonna use that in the
finally I can just go back to this
yeah 1 hour
and then
later, quite literally.
what? Open utilities. I'm not even gonna open this. I'm just gonna do. I mean, it's kind of garbagey that I don't, right? So I will.
Man, I still have yet to understand this the Magetta senses. Some of the stuff is too garbagey, and some stuff is okay. What's the
Some of the stuff is
criteria?
okay. Well, maybe there is no criteria. That's the problem. Uh, I forgot what I was doing with it.
Utilities.string split at.
Right, and then we would split with the empty character.
Yeah,
Right, so
and that will probably be enough to have the file name. And then you're gonna have to do the parsing for lists. But that's just conversion, right? I think.
what do you mean for lists?
Because when you do the pattern matching with the file name and the content, you call in the split at with
Hmm.
the no termination. The second member of the tuple is a
Uh-huh.
string,
Yes.
but that's wrong because our record expects to have a list
Well,
of
we just
word eights.
convert to bytes. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So content, and then we're gonna
String
summon
dot
our friend.
split at. Oh, LSP doesn't work with the recent stuff. Cool.
That's incredible. So we pass the
Content.
content and the garbage we wanna split by. Which how did we represent this piece of garbage here?
I think we should not use the no termination because I think we settled
Just give me
last
a sec.
session.
Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec.
Wait, did Magetta just went to go to have dinner and we are here? That would be funny.
It would be, yeah.
Like, okay, but after we do that, what are we gonna do, Marin? After let's suppose that we deserialize the writing operation. Okay, what's the next step after that?
Well, we would have to write it, which means we would have to split the file into blocks of uniform size, ideally. Then we would hash its block and basically concatenate all the hashes, write that, um, and then hash the results and do that to build the Merkle tree, right?
Yes,
And then we return the hash of the thing that we just wrote, like the top level hash.
I see. That's not how you do that, Magetta.
How do that what?
I think we settle on slash r because slash zero is not doesn't work.
Oh, this worked last time.
I think it did, but well.
Oh, we can put R. That doesn't matter to me. But well, again, the file content. No, never mind. The content will be unaffected.
Yeah.
So
So now you just convert the string to a list of bytes, which I have no idea how to do.
I remember it was
Bytes to string. But they also have strings to bytes. Okay. Awesome. Let's see if this compiles.
then no, it doesn't.
Nah, I think it will. Actually, even better, we can actually test with the server, right? Just to spawn the client in Emacs and change the
Wait a
contents that
second
we're
now,
sending.
right? Compatible type list, word vector.
Wait,
Oh,
SML
this is
has
a
a
word
substring
vector.
function, right?
It
Yes.
does.
Look at the second function that I wrote.
The second. Let me check. Yeah, using substring now.
So we can use that.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're even using the let loop stuff. That's cool.
So how do I compile with poly? Policy build.sml, but I am not on this directory, so I need to go back once. And yes, save. I don't know why you would ask that for me, Emacs. No such file or directory. That's so great.
Uh, what about not trying to run this from within Emacs?
Well, if it does, that would be awesome. And I use this all the time. Build SML, not no such file or directory. What the heck?
No, but that makes sense because it's trying to compile from the source folder.
Yes, but look at what I did.
Yeah, no, that I still don't understand why it didn't work.
Like, and look at the path. Exception IO. No such file or directory. Man, are you crazy?
Well,
Oh,
it's
util is not there. So where did I put that garbage?
what?
Util SML. It is here.
Did you add it to the build.sml file?
Well, I did. If it's complaining about it, I did. But huh?
Oh, this is not Nix, so I have no idea.
I don't follow. The file does exist. It is there. Can I just use the normal C stuff then? Garbage, just change there. Thank you. Policy. What? What just happened? What just happened? Tell me, Lemus.
Emacs. Change the contents though. You need to put a W in the beginning. Yeah, then a slash R. Then you
Then
put ABC.
ABC,
No, the ABC needs to come after the slash R.
and then I'll put.
No, that's not gonna work, brother.
What do you mean it's not gonna work?
Oh no, you have two things. We have file name and the content. You are correct, in fact.
So we picked
You
garbage.
didn't print. What?
Well, because I didn't tell it to.
No, so you're just believing it's working.
I do.
We're believing you
Don't
can
you?
fly.
I mean, you don't. You don't believe this is working?
Well, it compiles, so and in this language
Actually,
that
it should.
matters. So.
Actually, it should have receive until. Yes, it should have because it just spits
Oh,
at
you need
the
to put a
end.
final slash r at the end, brother.
What? Oh,
Oh,
to
we can't
terminate.
use no. We can't use the same symbols for splicing payloads and
Why not?
splice because at the look at the receive until
What's the problem?
it will stop when you find the first slash r in the contents. That means
Oh, I
that
see.
this
This will keep reading until that.
yeah we
So,
cannot use the same symbols.
cursed.
Use
Yeah,
slash t and slash r.
Ah,
yeah, this is cursed.
Don't tell me.
I mean, this is particularly cursed because, yeah, this is bad because this could be in the content, right? So that means that we can't write tabs or slash r's to our text files. That's
Well,
just dumb.
Rocket Tower doesn't have blobs, so we're not gonna allow that anyway.
Man, no, that's dumb. Like we should do something like EOF. You see, like in the end
End of
of the
file.
transmission.
what if someone writes the actual characters EOF in a string though?
So we should receive. Yeah, we need some special thing on the
No,
protocol.
what we actually need is to say, okay, the file name is no terminated. That's fine. But then we probably need a length for the payload, like a
Yes.
prefix length.
Or the
Hmm.
payload itself tells us that it's payload. its size, I mean.
Yeah. We should read and
Yeah, we
then
need to do the
just get.
same slavery work, Marin, that we did in Record Tower, basically.
Man, so let's do this for now then, and then let's leave a to do here. Because if I don't want to do this now, but essentially we're gonna have to do
Okay, I
metadata.
did this so many hours that I'm gonna tell you, Mageta, you will never want to do it.
Yeah, man, I did this for Postgres. It's garbage. Uh, it sends you first metadata, so you have the length, and then you do the.
Actually, I have a bit of an idea. What if we have the file name null terminated, and then we have the length also null terminated, but written in little endian formats?
Ugh.
Oh wait, that doesn't quite work because there may be 0 bytes that are not the end of the number.
Yeah, no, it's the same problem of the number 10, Marinho. If we make any special character as the separator, this special
Right.
character is forbidden from the payload. It's the exact same problem as the slash n that we had. It's equal up to isomorphism even, I would say.
So I'll leave a comment here.
Which is fine. Like we can skip it, but we're gonna have to go back to this point at some later on, which we did in Record Tower. We did.
And that's fine. Don't need to explain why.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, but we need to change between the slash r and the slash t. Yeah. So, but
Do
then you
we
need
have
to change
something
the.
else? Like RT, do we have something else that is useless?
No, and you need to change in the code. The delimiter, I think it's slash r in the other
We have
file.
slash Z, don't we?
I have absolutely no idea. Let me check. But change the code. You need to you need to change the delimiter in the split at. So slash z character doesn't seem to be a thing. Slash z, I think. It's people on Stack Overflow are talking about using on regex.
Yeah, I can see the same. Let me look at the ASCII table. What is useless there?
Um, what the full ASCII table or the
Del?
extended?
Well, the default, because I don't think the SML.
We could use some Russian characters from the extended. That would be cool.
That's Unicode, isn't it?
Yeah, don't let Commander hear that.
That was a joke,
Tell me a
man.
useless Russian character, Commander.
Yeah. No, Commander is not here anymore.
Ah, he's
I think he
not.
went to sleep because
Oh, we
it's
could use
like.
cedilha, right? Then we can't write in Portuguese, and that's fine. Look at the languages you prohibit: Portuguese, French, and Spanish. I think it's just. Oh, sorry, Catalan and Turkish. So that's just plus, man. Like that's a
Wait,
world in a better place.
Turkish uses that character as well? What the heck?
Yes, Turkish has cedilha. Yes.
Okay, so we have a decision. I have no complaints.
I mean, I just see benefits here.
That doesn't. I'm not sure if that quite works though, because it's out of ASCII range. It's not a single byte.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. We're gonna have to use for the lack of.
we can handle Unicode. It's just painful.
Well, tell me some news. What is not painful exactly?
No, man, this is particularly painful. You don't get it.
UTF-8 is actually pretty nice. It's just uh,
Man, we can pick the first numbers in the ASCII table and use the char function to convert it. You know, like what
We
are we gonna use the
mm,
horizontal? No, that's what we're gonna use. What about carriage return?
vertical tab. Nobody uses vertical tabs.
Vertical tab is a good one as well. So just do char 11, basically.
well, SP is also useless, right?
I don't even know
Isn't
what
that
that
just
is.
isn't that just normal spaces?
Uh,
SP. Let me check.
Yes, SP is the space. I mistook with
We
something
want
else.
spaces. Yes, sir.
Oh, del. That's useless.
Fine. I'm fine with whatever. But there is a function to do this, though. Let me find in the source code.
Yeah,
Uh,
del is pretty useless.
so the function that we're going to use is the function ord. No, the opposite. Char. SHR in SML.
Yeah, this is the space. Oh, there we go. Control characters. That's what I wanted. There's lots of garbage here, man. Just a sec. There's like old legacy garbage. Oh, look at this. How convenient. There is EOT, which is end of transmission,
Oh, that's
which
that's
is
that's
just
good, actually.
which is 4, right? So we can use that.
Let's use that then.
So what?
We're gonna do char dot shr.
Oh, you can convert to phone numbers, right?
Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Char from.
No. Char
Why is
dot
it? Wait, wait,
shr.
wait. Why is this garbage not completing? Come on, I don't pay for the LSP for you to be like this.
Well, are you paying for the LSP?
No, it's just a way to feel like
No.
an entitled.
Yeah, I know
I'll be
that.
right back.
I don't pay to launch this place.
But maybe we're paying Victor to host the SML LSP server. I don't know.
I would. I would.
Like
If you meant it being better,
I
I
still
would.
have I have yet to understand where the loves come from because you are complaining just like you would normally do, but at some point it just says, "Ah, no, man, I would pay for it."
Man, like the language has potential. That's the problem. Like it's just covered in bullshit because it's old. Like you just need to remove the rust out of it, and beside and well, underneath there will be a good language. It's like SQL. Is it garbage? Yes. Very garbage. Yes, as well. But underneath that, there's a beautiful relational model.
It's the yeah, that one. So what is the number 4?
Uh,
Okay, so here's the problem. Now we need to be able to express that in the payload in Emacs.
oh, let me, man. Before I do this, this magic, let me do val, and then I'll put EOT is gonna be char 4.
At least the source code has comments. That's useful.
In Emacs, it's easy because you can just do like when you do a character like number 1, for example. It's just that you see.
Hmm.
So you have different representations, but if you have just a string, it's just a string. But you can have a character, which is like this, if I'm not mistaken. No, is that
Mm.
closure? Wait, like this? No. Uh, I forgot. Just give me a sec. Nope. Why is the character in Emacs? Character.
Change the slash z to a slash r also, by the way. Character in Emacs.
It's a quote without the this. So it's just this. Uh,
Okay.
52. There we go. So it shows the character for the representation of 4, right? But I want the garbage for the stuff that we don't use. So how do I put for a number? That's my. I think it's just a number.
Hmm. Okay.
Huh. So I think we can concat. Can we? Let's see. Uh,
Like, look at the stuff that we get excited for. Can we concat characters in Emacs
start a
Lisp?
string. Uh,
Jeez.
wait a second. UT. Yeah, because this doesn't have a representation. I think, right?
Yeah, this doesn't have a representation. That's for sure.
So how do I convert the like the ASCII representation, right? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's actually Control D. That's the same thing. So that's the garbage Unix uses.
I'm back.
Welcome
The
back.
many one no. One no.
Not now. Maybe in the future he will become an Emacs guru, and he will.
I can only hope. So there is the Unicode, which I don't care. But yes, like this is a we know that this is a character, right? But if I put 4, it's gonna be 52 because that's the character for 4. How do I put? Oh man, I'm dumb. That's just the x. That's just the hexadecimal representation,
So
right?
let's do
Which
it.
is 4, right?
Uh,
0. Oops. Oh,
no,
4.
no, it is 52 or 4.
Octal. Or I mean, on octal or hex, it's the same garbage, right? So it's just Control D. There we go. Oh, on Emacs, it's like because it's Control D, right? Genius.
What?
Yeah,
Repeat?
because like the character on Unix, right? It is this, right? The end of transmission. That's what you do to kill things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on Emacs, how is Control D represented? Like this. So that's it.
Wait. Wait. But we have to put.
There we go. Look at that.
Man, that's so fucking weird.
Wouldn't you just have written the number 4?
Yeah, that
Uh,
was what I was thinking about.
I need to concat with strings, and the concat string doesn't allow me to concat an integer. And if I convert it to a string,
Oh,
the conversion function, you see? So I need a
right, be,
character.
right, because
Oh,
it's
so
a
the character
because
52 in Emacs is the Control D. That's what you said.
Yeah. So
Ah,
concat.
man,
So this thing's
Emacs.
Emacs.
Emacs being Emacs.
I think it's just concat because strings are sequences. So
uh,
garbage.
isn't there a string append or something like that?
Uh, there is, but I think no, there's no
Okay,
string. Oh, there's join.
but join takes a separator, right?
Yes, it does.
I mean, you can
Uh,
just pass an empty string as a separator. That should work, right?
yeah, but, I mean, whatever. Just use concat. Who cares?
Just run
It's
the
just
server
a
now.
script. Yeah, but here's the thing: is there any other useless character we can use instead of bar? Because then we can use it, right?
Uh,
Vertical tab.
vertical tab. That's for
Oh,
sure
but I
one.
use vertical tab on F sharp code.
Well, to be fair, I also use it in
Form
Haskell.
feed, vertical tabulation, line feed,
Not
horizontal
tab,
tab.
vertical tab.
Oh, there's the bell, like the beep, the alert.
Sure, why not?
Inquiry. Well, man, there's some
There's
very.
escape. There's the escape character as well.
Oh, there's a start of text. We can use that,
Yeah, why not? What is that
which
one?
is
Which number?
true. Let me see what is
Start of
true.
text. Yeah.
So what is true? So it is
Isn't question mark?
x true. Control B.
It's so fucking weird that we are using Emacs shortcuts.
To know about this, right? I mean, there are some useful ones. Like for example, one is the start of heading. So that's specifically made for this, right? So that's useful. And then there's the start of text, and then there is the end of text, which is perhaps what we should use for the end of
If
the
you
text.
really think about it, we are leaking how to inject dangerous pieces of uh, table contents in our application. Like imagine a guy
Which
fulfilling a form and he adds all of these characters just to mess up our stuff.
which would be unfortunate, but I don't
Well, we
care
can
that much.
sanitize them in the client.
Can we?
Oh yeah.
There we
Before
go.
sending to Canteen, we can remove from the table
Look
rows.
at this beautiful line on Emacs.
And
And
you
then
know it's
here,
spaghetti because it has garbage in it.
yeah, I appreciate. So here we put, oh, damn.
You
Okay,
know, I just realized we have no way of telling Benevidi and Commander apart.
wait, why?
Because they use the same identification word.
Like, what? I
Yeah.
didn't get it.
Because Commander called his
Oh,
the
trash. Right, I
yeah.
see. Right. One should call, like, I don't know, rubbish, right? Then that would make sense.
I'm fine with nonsense being mine.
Ah, that's rubbish is too British. He's
Yeah,
Russian. It
that's.
doesn't fit.
Yeah. When I met Benet, by the way, I think Lemos was not there yet. But when
No,
I
I
met
wasn't.
him, Benet had a Russian accent. So I was like, man, is this guy Russian? And
Really?
then, yes, he forced a Russian accent because he likes like Russian logicians, right? So uh, I just like, what the heck are you? Are you Russian? And then all of a sudden, it was just like a dude from Maranhão that speaks in a Russian accent for some reason.
I mean, I know a dude from technically he's from São Paulo. He likes to pretend that he's from Rio Grande do Sul. And he speaks with a British
Mhm.
accent because he likes England for whatever reason.
Oh man, but dude, like, you're saying this, but I have my friend is British, right? And I talk to him basically every day. And after that, I've noticing that I've been getting assimilated. You know, like, you start to get words and pronunciation from him. It's really
Yep.
powerful. And I don't know if it worked. I mean, it didn't show anything,
No,
so
it
I'm
definitely didn't
tempted
work.
to think it exploded.
Definitely didn't work. What is the mailbox printing, by the way? Can you go back to Emacs? Emacs code there?
Probably nothing, but let me do a handle here first. X.
I think it's still hanging because probably the decoding went nuts.
I don't think so. I don't think it's hanging. I think it just exploded and fell as an exception. Closing delimiter. This. Thank you. Now it's hanging. But this
It didn't print.
didn't print shit, but there's nothing here. Uh,
That's weird.
me.
Can we go back to the deserialization here for a moment? Like we are doing payload.deserialize. Let's read that again. Read payload deserialize, and then we have a W.
And I'm using this correctly? No.
I believe so. I believe.
By the way, let's make this, man, like, it's shameful. We basically done nothing today.
Well, we had to discover. We have to discover how to do the split at because we don't know.
Wow.
Well, we had to read the source code. So there is that.
Kinda sad.
And I said, at least it's consistent now.
We have half an hour yet. We can make miracles. It's fine. Open. I don't think it's a thing. I think you call it read.
Oh, right. I mistook.
But here's the thing. It's not raising only open is implemented, although that's wrong because now we have the write also implemented.
Kind of redundant to name this.
I agree.
Um, but this is weird because we don't know if it's working. Like, let
We
me
have
try
no
from
idea.
my normal terminal. Maybe
Oh,
it's
you
just
think it is printing, but
Emacs.
Emacs is trolling.
It could be. This already happened, right?
This already
So I
happened.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, Nekoma
Classic.
Canteen.
Classic Emacs.
I wouldn't call it classic
It is
Emacs, but
classic, bro. A classic Emacs symptom.
Okay, so let me call it here. Go. And yes, it is printing. It's Emacs is trolling us. It printed this year.
It printed correctly at least. Uh, yeah, that's
67.
wrong. Um,
67 is C.
we are not
Capital
dropping.
C.
We are not
Oh,
dropping the tag.
65. Wait, 65. 65. Where's 65? It's A. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, this is hexadecimal. Never mind. Look at the wrong thing.
Well,
65.
65 hexadecimal is not A, and it
It should
is
be
in fact.
67 or 65
o-
should be G.
Okay, so
Where's J?
67
Lowercase
is
g.
G, and 65 is A. E, actually, E. It's E. So it's correct. It's garbage. It's
Yeah,
garbage
so
written
it's
there.
garbage, but it's like okay. So the
Yeah, but
it's
it's
just
still wrong.
from flipped.
It is still wrong because we need to pop the W. You see in the file name there?
Where do we pop the W?
Of course.
Oh, here. I see. Ah, that's easy.
Pop the win.
That's just that's easy. We just need to put here on the content we're passing it all. So we just do a where's the here. And just do. Oh man,
You see, you see. I
I'm
think you
not gonna
saw.
implode again. No.
You see the problem. You for sure saw the problem. There's no way there's no string dot something that just man. I refuse to believe that there's no way.
Don't we have substring?
Yes.
We do, but we need to pick a length. But then probably we have string length, right? Please.
Let me check.
Like this,
Can't
the
you just
substring is weird. Like, look, it picks a string, an
An
integer,
integer
and a
and an integer.
function.
no, no,
Oh,
it
and
takes
another
two
integer, and it
integers.
returns a string. What is? Oh, I think it's the slicing, right? So
Yeah, it's
it's gonna
slicing.
be. I see. So this
Yeah,
works.
probably beginning and end, just like the record version.
So
Can't we just
zero. I don't think it's inclusive. So I'm gonna put.
translate the second version of the record code that I wrote?
We could, but man, I don't want to just be doing strings today. That's the problem. Like I wanted to do the actual thing. So if this just works, let's just go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, we are free to. This is still working on Nix, right?
Ah man, whatever. I'm just gonna explode this garbage because we need to know the length, but there is no length. So I'm just
There's
gonna
no length,
explode.
really.
There's no string length. Yes. So I'm just gonna explode this garbage.
Length.
Uh, explode
Uh,
content, and then we
are
pick
you
the tail.
sure there's no length?
I didn't see it. There is nothing. So
Um,
I'm just doing this. Whatever.
sure. I think the name is size, actually.
I need to implode again. I forgot about this.
I think it's size, Mageta.
Size.
Yeah, pretty
Ah,
much.
anyway, this would work. So that's it. Ugly,
Oh,
but
if this is still working on Nix, we can make it work look prettier, Marin, later.
forgot that Emacs doesn't show me. But I
Yeah,
suspect it's
Emacs
working.
doesn't show.
There, it's working.
Nice.
And now it's ABC. Okay.
Awesome. O-
So
Okay, now it comes what Marin was explaining to me when you left, Mageta. So can you repeat, Marin? So what is the next step after we decode the stuff?
Right, you need to split the file contents into chunks.
mhm.
We have to write its chunk, hash it, and then we have to combine the hashes to build the Merkle tree. We should probably write down the nodes of the tree as
Oh,
well,
but wait a
because
sec. This right. We're not gonna receive the whole file, right? I mean, we might, but if we make the client separating chunks, then we don't have to do it here.
That sounds a little bit inconvenient to do as a client, no? You would rather just send everything.
But then how we're gonna divide into chunks? We
Well,
don't know what are the
isn't
chunks.
that
Do you?
what you solved when re-implementing the Merkle tree? You don't have to care about the chunks?
The problem is if you need to handle things homogeneous, like what would it be? You would have like you would send, let's say, 10 characters as content, and you're creating the file first time.
Yes.
What exactly are you gonna split in chunks?
I think 10 characters is too little to split into chunks.
So you would have to have a constant saying, I don't know, 64k, right? Something like this, I don't know,
Yes.
per chunk. And then if you don't send 64k, which I think,
Oh fuck, maybe we're gonna have to transport the entire Taylor abstraction to here, Marin.
No, maybe we need just a smaller chunk. Like, are any of you familiar with how closures vectors work?
you mentioned once, but I don't
I
know
never
what you're
used
talking
them, I
about.
think.
What do you mean you never use them?
I don't think I ever used them at work.
Closure
Man,
vectors.
isn't this just a vector enclosure?
Yes, it is.
Man, you've been doing closure for a year now, Lemons. You better know about this.
No, that's I'm trying to remember. Have I ever used a vector in a single commercial application? I'm trying to think about it. Uh,
Okay, but go on, Marino. What is the?
Anyways, basically we say, okay, there's a maximum size for the chunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we break down, if the file is shorter than the chunk, then we just write it as a single chunk. If it's longer, we split it into chunks, and
Mm-hmm.
probably the trailing one will be maybe shorter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to, we may want to be a little bit laxer about strictly sizing the chunks, because otherwise concatenation would be a pain if we ever want to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, we
Okay, but
split the
I
file
see.
into chunks, and then we say, okay, we take the size of the chunk and make it the size of the node in our tree, and then we fill up a node with the hashes of however many chunks can fit there. And we keep doing that until we have the single node at the top that has everything.
I
And
didn't
that's how you
follow
build
this
up a
part of the
file.
single node that has everything.
yeah, repeat the
Yeah,
last
because
part
like
that you go to the final node.
let's suppose for the sake of arguments that the chunk size is the same as like 4 hashes, whatever the
Okay.
length of a hash is.
Mm-hmm.
Then we say, okay, we'll build up a node. It can fit 4 hashes, so it will contain 4 chunks.
When you say node, you
And
mean data node.
I mean the nodes of the Merkle tree.
Oh, okay. Man, like, hmm. Okay, continue. I have something to say on this.
Right, so we group up the chunks into groups of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Each one will be contained by a single node of the Merkle tree. And if we have just a single node, then that's the root, and we just hash that. We save the node, we hash it, we hash the node, and then that's the hash that we return. And here's the file that you just wrote.
Because here's the thing. Right now, the Merkle tree is one data, one chunk per node, right, in the abstraction. Although we don't have the tree, like the tree built, it just produces a hash out of magic, right?
No,
So you just sent a list to it.
yeah, but you could hash the leaves, so you have the leaves in the root. We don't have the middleware.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But the the thing that we are interested on, like
The
when
problem
you're
with the problem with not having the tree structure and just having a list that we hash each chunk, and then we just hash the list, and that's the root.
Mhm.
The problem with doing that is that if we change a single byte in a 5 petabyte file, we will have to
Rehash
Recompute everything.
everything.
rehash however many chunks a 5
Hmm.
petabytes split into. That's not very good.
Yeah.
Well, I said it was not a competition, but we're trying hard, I guess.
Anyways, if we have more than one node, that is, if we had more than 4 chunks in this example, then we take the nodes, we hash them. We have to write the nodes as well, so we can retrieve the leaves later. Um, we assemble a new node with the hashes of the nodes that we had previously,
Hmm.
and this will make another layer, right? Another level of the tree, which will be much smaller than the previous one. And we just keep doing that recursively until we reach the point that we terminate. We say, okay, the current number of nodes that I have fits into a single node. That single node will be the root. We hash
Hmm.
it, and then we return the nodes to the user so he knows, hey, here's the file that you wrote. You can retrieve it later with this hash.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah.
So once we built
Yeah, but Marinho
the
said that the reason that we need the tree is to be able to not recompute the thing from the start every time something changes in
yeah,
a
so
petabyte
right
file.
now we don't have that abstraction. So
No,
we
no,
would
but
have
I
to
would
skip.
argue that we don't care about this optimization right now. It's
Yeah,
a
we don't.
mandatory
That's not
one, but we
necessary.
should
That's my
implement it,
point as
but
well.
that's not now. We're not,
So
although
Okay,
you're
in
seeing
that
this a
case,
lot today.
well, in that case, what we can do is say, okay, we will define an arbitrary chunk size. We just split it into chunks, build a list, do the silly thing that doesn't scale very well, but we just so we can have something.
hmm
Um, and then,
Fold it until you have the root.
but what if the list is actually longer than a single chunk? Actually, I don't think we can escape having a tree
I don't follow.
Well, can you explain
Explain.
because
why?
because here's the thing: the hash will point to the root of the tree, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That means that when we give the system a hash, it will give us back the node, the root node, containing the list of children, right?
In a structure, yes, which is
Yes.
not what we have.
Yeah, but assuming that we have the structure, yes.
The problem is that if the list is too long to fit into a single chunk, then we have to go back to what I was describing previously, where we do the tree thing. Because
Oh,
if
when
we
you say the
can't,
tree thing, you mean like keep splicing it until it fits in a node?
yes, because if we don't do that, what's gonna happen is we're gonna say, okay, this file is too large. I can't fit all the hashes for every chunk into a single chunk,
For every
which
node in
means
a single
that
chunk.
yes, which means that I can't actually return a list of the children containing every child to the caller, which means the caller is going to get an incomplete file if he just gets that. So that would impose a limit on how large a file can be.
But that would also be solved by having the tree as a data structure.
Yes, if we can build it, if we can build the Merkle tree, we can have arbitrarily sized files. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
But
but
if
we
we
have this
don't,
on GitHub, no?
yeah,
Sort of.
Sort of.
I
I
mean, it's
remember.
wrong,
or
right? So we can go back and adapt it, but it's
No,
yeah,
not
but
it's not.
really working.
no,
Yeah,
but
the
here's the
example
thing.
that Magetta wrote is not quite a proper Merkle tree because it doesn't
Yeah,
actually hash
it's a
the
binary.
data, right?
Yeah, I mean it does, but it does in binary,
No, no,
right?
it doesn't actually hash the data in the sense that an important property of a hash function is that the output has a fixed size.
Are we
No,
controlling that?
wait, it does because you pass an arbitrary hash function, so it's just calling whatever you define.
Oh, right.
For
You wrote
for the
a basic.
content and the
Right, right. You wrote a fake hash function just for testing, but
Yeah, but
we
yeah
can
we have
test
it
it's a
there. It's
real
hashable.
function.
Look
Yeah.
at there.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Okay.
hashable. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think with the draft that Magetta made, when we bring it back, it's gonna solve the two problems that Marinho explained, which is that we're not gonna have to recompute it from scratch if something changes because we're gonna have the entire tree, and we're not gonna have a size limitation, which are both great things to not have. But I would push for the last 20 the last 20 minutes that we have that okay, we have a limitation on the size and we will always reconstruct it from scratch. What else do we need?
Uh,
We need to actually be able to write the data to disk.
We
So
have that
call
that's
the
the
already.
file system, the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
XFS
but
in this
that
case.
we have.
Yeah.
we have it.
Yeah, that was like
So
session 2 or something.
Well, if we
so
can
let
deal with small files and I think we'll have to write the node, the even though it's just a single root node containing the leaves, we still need to write that to the disk so we can retrieve the list of chunks that make up the file. But other than that, we can just write to this, hash the things, return the hash to the user. Um, not really nothing too complicated that we have left to do
so
if
let's
we are
just do it
okay with
easier.
the limitations.
So we're gonna open the file.
Wait,
So
wait.
let's
Write the to-dos first. So you
can you
should
write down on the chat while I try to do something here?
yes.
Uh,
To-do.
I find it funny that we said upgrade to a decent parsing strategy, and the decent parsing strategy is like scheme. Like, um, I think this is fine though. I don't think this is bad. Like as bad as it could be.
It seems it is really precarious though.
Yeah, that's what Postgres does. I don't
That
see
that's
that bad.
that's not a good argument, and you know it.
I know it, and I'm okay with that. Okay. What should call this guy?
You should start by defining the cluster size.
So this guy should spawn the thread. Yes, this guy should spawn the thread. Yes.
I was having the feeling that the bookkeeper will start the thread, and with the
There are
bookkeeper will contain
two.
the file system.
The bookkeeper is the Gluster D. This is the other thing. Remember, we have the Gluster FSD, which takes care of the file system, and we have the bookkeeper, which is the Gluster D. So we're gonna have two services running, right? So, but what I meant about spawning the thread is spawning the incoming payload, right, to receive. Um, but actually, wait, on our architecture, it's so slightly different because we need to go through here first to gather the data.
Yes, we need
What
to go
is
from
it?
the bookkeeper first. The bookkeeper calls the file
Okay.
system.
And the bookkeeper calls the file system. So both are going to spawn threads, but the one we care right now just to interface it's this. So okay, that's kind of weird. And by the way, why is this? Oh, my mode doesn't work. I forgot about this.
You should also make a val that would be like chunk size or something.
Chunk size, yes, like a yeah. For now, we can assume a value, right? But let's put it
Just make a constant.
something on. Let's put something here. So like val chunk chuck. Uh, well, int. And for that, we need to put it here, like val chunk size equals 10,
So
whatever.
what would be the first check, Marino? Would be like you first check if the length of the content that you received is smaller or equal to the chunk size.
Yes, if it fits into a single chunk, you just write the chunk, hash it, return the hash, and you're done. No.
Awesome. So that's exactly what we're gonna do right now, Mageta.
Uh,
Uh, for us to be safe, we should call some mutex on the buffer or just spawn a buffer
Oh
when
boy,
we need it.
we're gonna have to go
Uh,
back to the old school days mutexes instead of STM. Cool.
uh,
can't you just do like atomic references?
Is that a thing in SML?
I'm thinking. I don't think so.
Uh, right now, this journey has taught me to say a lot of no's.
Like ML
I mean,
has
it's not a
mutable
thing.
cells. Like ML has mutable cells, right?
Yes.
Aren't
It
those
does,
supposed to be atomic?
which is this ref here.
Yeah, it's the same ref as in Okemo.
Yeah, I don't think it is, man.
Awesome. So let's ask. Let's ask. So
Oh no, say
atomic.
wait. You mean the assignment? Like as soon as I assign the thing, yes, it is mutable, but like yeah, the control
I
flow
mean,
might still
actually,
get it wrong.
to be a bit more precise, what we need if we don't want to go to the mutex route,
Is
we
not
will need
make
some
this
kind of
mutable. That's one.
compare and swap operation.
We talked about that last time, I think.
Man,
We
there is a
did.
ref that goes before the equals. What is that? Do you know,
It's a
Mageta?
type,
Oh, it's a type. Okay.
but this is
Yeah.
a string referential type. Actually, like this.
Well,
Uh,
Stack Overflow is putting it before.
before. That's
Yeah.
weird. I know it as
So they're
string
they are
ref.
doing val ref x equal.
Yeah, you see, it's a constructor.
Yeah.
So
So what
type
the heck is that?
constructors are like this. Yeah, this is not allowed here. So let me put fun.
No, you don't need to change the code. Just explain what that is.
No, I'm just putting here to think. What is your question?
What is that? What is that ref before the equals?
What is the ref? You mean wait? You mean this ref?
Yes.
That's part of the type. It's a
Yeah,
string ref.
it's like the same way you put like list. It's a parametric
No,
type.
no, yes. Okay, fine. But what does it mean?
It's a
It's a
reference.
mutable cell containing a string.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is the type of the in which the value is the ref on the right side.
Um, I don't get the way you're putting it. That's a little suspicious, but
Okay, I'm
it's
gonna try
exactly
to
what Marina
rephrase it.
said.
So the ref on the right side of the equals is that is
Hmm.
creating a value. Agree on
The
that?
No, it's
ref.
a reference, not a
Well, that is
value, but
creating a
yeah,
value which is a
Yes.
reference.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the ref on the left is actually a part of the type signature.
it's a type
Yes.
constructor, yeah.
Okay, so that's type constructor, yes. Okay, that
We
works.
could eliminate this problem if we could spawn a buffer inside of the receive until. Oh man, I wish we can do. I don't know why we're doing this. Like if we spawn here. Uh oh no, I remember because I'm passing this down for as that spawn function, right? Yeah,
Yes,
garbage.
you were doing something like that.
Okay, so we can, we can. I mean, we can still spawn here though. I think.
Okay, so I'm trying to look at Poly to see if I can find anything.
Why do you always sound depressed with Polyman?
Man, because Like
Probably
I've done some very dark and deep shit, like with
dark.
LFA. But
Yes, that was
this
very dark.
is like
Yeah, yeah, man.
like I
Yeah,
feel
this
like
is.
the language is pushing me away on purpose.
I
And
mean,
if
I
it was
told this
supposed to
is
be
not
that,
gonna.
no,
In
but
my defense, I said that this is not gonna be easy. So
if it was a
I.
dead language, the corpuses don't move. Why I'm feeling I'm being pushed away?
Oh, because the language is trying to not die. That's the. It's just. It's when the thing of like saving people that are drowning, and then
Yes.
they don't calm down and they drown and you both die. So
Yes.
that's literally it. Here's the problem of this buffer. I get why I did that because we have this spawn clownishness,
No, no, I
where
did that. Remember, I was the driving and I said, man, the
and
easiest
it
way to do
doesn't give
this.
us back the control flow.
Y-
So the thing to fix this would be either we implement a message queue that we just keep like five threads at a time running and they modify their own position, and all the control flow needs to start and end so you can reuse the cell again. So it's going to be a mutable like a vector, like length 5, where each position is just a buffer, and then they write to that buffer, and then they notify the callee saying, "Yeah, I'm done writing. Just go look at there."
Yes.
So this part of the spawn, it's fine because we need to lock the. So I think we need to refactor this part. So let's think of this communication.
Wait,
So
I have a question.
uh-huh.
I understand that having the mutable buffer is going to mess up the control flow when you have multiple processes communicating, but for now, couldn't we just pick the buffer and assume that there's only one single node in the network, which is the
Yeah, like
bookkeeper, the
yeah,
file
yeah.
system?
If yeah, we can proceed. I think let's proceed. Let's proceed. So run.
I know, again, I know I'm saying this a lot today, but we will in fact, like, people from the future, believe us, we will in fact fix this.
Yeah,
We did
we
this
will.
already many times before, and Racket Tower works. It has
Definitely
proper
will.
serialization.
Trust us. We'll definitely will refactor.
And differently than Racket Tower, Magetta loves this for some reason, so it's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Indeed.
Uh, don't try to imputate on me the blame.
I'm not. I'm doing better. I'm imputing you the responsibility of fixing it.
Okay, so this. No, why did I copy that? Uh,
And yes, we
this is
know
gonna
it's
be
super freaking unsafe what we're doing right now. That's fair.
okay. So we got a command, and then out of this command,
You better match to check if it's a writing operation.
I think if we should do here, but let's do it here, like a interpreter kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
So
be pretty much
command with
off.
off.
And I believe the off goes on the next line, no?
Well, you can put it here,
Oh,
but
so it's not convention.
no, it's no,
Okay.
just this. And then we
Open.
pick the.
No, we're gonna ignore the open because we are
Yeah,
only doing
let's
writing
ignore the
today. We
let's
just
ignore the open
say
fail.
fail, raise
Oops,
fail.
fail.
Open's not working right now, bruh.
Wait, I know macOS, so I can do this. Can you guys see my emojis?
No.
Oh, unfortunately. You'd see the main emojis. Let's put a bomb. There we go.
I'm pretty like I would bet money that Emacs will not print that.
I bet. Well, I guess that SML doesn't get it. So, uh,
And now next line is gonna be the write operation, which we care.
so wait a second. This is inside the payload, right? So we need to open payload.open. Uh,
Then I have a
not
question,
exhaustive,
Marinho.
right?
When we have a write operation, should we do a lookup in the files map first to see if the file already exists or not?
Uh, well, it depends. If you're doing something like an append, yes. Uh, But otherwise, if you're just saying, okay, I want this file to have these contents, like you're just replacing the file with another file that has the same name. So I don't see
You're
why we need
daydreaming.
to check it.
You're daydreaming.
Daydreaming. Oh, it doesn't have the trick that Okemo has with the names.
Nope. I'm saying, man, there's no sugar syntax.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Maninho? There?
Like
I'm
you,
pretty
you
sure
just
JavaScript has the same feature.
like this,
What a shame.
probably.
Yes, that's the feature. That's so convenient though. I think even Haskell has it.
I mean, that's the kind of thing I don't care that much, to be honest. Uh,
Oh, so do
Yeah,
you like duplicating names?
you
oh, I'm
wouldn't need
fine
this
with it.
feature in the first place. Look, you wouldn't need this feature if you didn't use names in the first place, if your language is concatenative.
Ugh.
Here comes the lobby, man. One day we'll be doing this, but in fourth, and you're gonna see the pain.
Well, we have factor or color forth or whatever.
So we're gonna call the file
Uh,
system.
There's Retroforth actually, and funny enough, over the weekend I found a Geeks channel that actually packages Retroforth.
That
I'm sure
sounds
there's a
oddly
correlation.
specific.
So what is the function? Fwrite, which is going to raise an exception. Awesome.
And and then this guy here is this is a word 8 vector dot vector. You know, vector in the moon from Minions. Oh, we need to instantiate this guy because he needs a hash. So let's instantiate a file system here. Oh,
What?
oh no! What
What
the
happened?
heck was that?
What happened?
It's a dude with a huge motorcycle on my
No,
avenue.
I thought things exploded.
Yeah, it sounded like it, but uh so I'm just thinking this is a functor because we passed the hash right to it because well, you got to have
Yeah.
the type of whatever you're hashing, right?
Oh yeah.
But I'm thinking here the problem is that we can I suppose we can do this. Kind of oh, you're cheating. Yes.
Wait, what did you do?
Well, nothing yet. Now I will. Now I did.
No, you commented
So
the fread.
yeah, and I commented this as well.
Oh, it's because then we can unfunctorize this.
Exactly. So I don't have to deal with bullshit. Otherwise, I need to instantiate a file system inside of the bookkeeper. But if
but
the goal is to make this thing a thing floating around, then what's the point, right? So
but I thought the bookkeeper will always be like all of our nodes would have all the rows. All bookkeepers would have file systems and stuff.
yeah, no, never mind. Let's go with that. That's fine. It's just gonna be slightly more annoying. Go back here and you too, please. Yeah. So structure file system, and then we're gonna get file system. We're gonna pass the hashable. Done. And then there we go. We can use it. Da 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 da.
Yeah. Wait a moment. Well, that will raise an exception. Go back. Will I have to implement fwrite, bro?
I know. I just want to see if things are plugged in.
Yeah.
If they're not, what's the point, Lemos? What's the point in leaving?
To write SML,
Uh,
of course.
that's a very miserable life.
Do you prefer doing your C sharp?
Oh, definitely no. I haven't done F sharp in like a month, and I'm happy with that.
Oh, you're
Oh,
happy?
maybe.
Not doing
Oh
F
man,
sharp, you said.
absolutely. No, C
C
sharp.
sharp. Oh, okay.
Uh, oh, this is also a functor. You gotta be kidding me.
This is also a functor because you need to
So
define
functor,
what is your
ah,
hashable stuff.
structure.
I think you made a hashable for us already. Go back to one of the other files in the tests folder.
Well, this is the hashable.
What is the hashable?
Oh, that thing there.
No, 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 no,
Like,
no. I meant that you made already an example of a hashable
yeah,
structure
there,
instantiation.
there.
I'm not seeing. Am I fucked? Where is it? Oh, it's not. Um, it's not in the file, in the test file. Okay, that's fine.
And then yeah, there's another right, but it's fine. Why is this undefined?
Probably because of the order of the imports, I would guess.
Yes, I think so. Be oh, it should be on the CM, I suppose. Yes, sir. Let's put. I don't know why these tests are all there. It should be down and on the build too. I don't know if it matters on the build though. Where's the other? Oh, I removed the other. Great. Okay. So LSP restart. Thankfully, the LSP is fast because it's made in Rust. Uh,
They knew it! Man, there's a guy in Brazil named Magueta. We are making this just for him.
yes.
Why didn't they make the... I mean,
Very
it's kind of
easy.
sad that they needed to do it in Rust because,
Yes, it is. It is very sad. Especially if the language compiles to like LLVM, right? Even like that, like didn't wasn't enough.
yeah.
But I'm glad because well, without this, the project would probably just die. And why is they complaining that chunk size is not a thing?
Uh, that is weird.
Indeed.
Um, that.
Well, probably there is a problem there, but the compiler will tell me. And then I'm gonna have to use this, and I mistook it. ZSH. No, I already have one. Async. No, async. There we go. Poly. Unprintable character. Yeah, so the bomb.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, bomb. Bomb. Um, yeah, structure bookkeeper has not been declared. Communication. So this is gonna be node run. It's running. Uh, I'm gonna run on my terminal because I
Of
know this is
course.
not gonna run. Oh,
I don't know if I have that much
oh,
faith to be singing already.
oh, oh, oh.
Oh, it failed. Okay, actually. So now we need
Oh.
to implement the fwrite operation. So we need to instantiate the data and just, well, we need to hash it. Well, actually, I'm
Mhm.
lying. We need. Oh, before going to here, we need to do the check of the chunk. Go back to the bookkeeper.
Yeah, I need to go back to the run. Uh,
Do an if. Check if the content is smaller than the chunk size, which I don't know
if
if
the
it will
chunk
be.
is
Garbage. So it's
If
less. Cool.
Oh, if we have a function that splits already, right? Do we have something like that?
What do you mean by splits?
Like, because we gotta split in chunks, right? So
No,
if
we
the
don't,
word,
because the content is
what I
already
mean,
smaller than the chunk. I just
yeah, but
counted.
what I'm saying is if we have something generic enough that splits,
Oh,
even if it's not, then that's fine.
no, but that's the problem. No, that's not fine because Marinho explained that if we have something that is greater than the chunk size in the content, we're gonna have to have the entire Merkle tree as a data structure. And we are not doing this on purpose because we don't have it. Am I right, Marinho?
I see. I see. That I thought we were talking about something else. But man, like we don't need to do this now. Like if we don't have even the structure, why would we do that?
Oh, just
Yeah,
because, just to remember, just put the if just for us to remember because we're gonna forget.
So right now we can hash the content in our fake tree. I mean, I'm going for the assumption that we don't have anything, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't have anything at this moment.
but ideally, on this right, you should look at. Oh, so here's a thing. If we're writing without an offset, that assumes you are appending, right?
Yeah,
The API.
if you're writing without an offset, I think it's
I
assuming
think
that
the
you are
correct
overwriting.
thing would be. I think the correct thing would be to assume you're writing at where it's seeked, which is the 0 position,
Sure,
which is the first chunk of the file.
sure.
So in our hashes thingy, which is, but to be honest, I think we should call it like locations because that's what it's keeping, right? It's keeping locations for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And put in a new line and put spaces here because it's getting confusing. Uh, so this guy is gonna tell us the locations we can look at. So I think we should assume it's in order. Uh, right. And then we pick the order. And then from that order, we can infer where to go and that position. So the positions, blah, 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 it doesn't matter exactly where it is, but that's the first thing in the. Because here's the thing, we have a virtual file and we have a, which is like a fake file abstraction, and we will have the actual file, right? Which doesn't matter because the actual file is just how we are writing to the disk. So, for example, it could be that you're writing like garbage as a result of the first file name. So, file name one, you wrote garbage, and it went to this node, and then it went to this node again to write rubbish, or let's put trash. So you wrote trash now.
Yes.
Both are zero. Both are zero of different files, right? This is the file name one. This is the file name two. So both, but both are zero. So that's what this position is about. This position is about the zero. Oh, sorry. It's about this guy here in this physical file in the data node 1 file. So it is saying uh, 0 and then the amount like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and then it says 7, and then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, like this.
Yes.
I
I think for now we should just override it. We should always go from the beginning just to see if it works.
mean, this is not much harder than, if at all, harder than the other. It's just a pinning, right? Always.
Well, that's fair.
You just need to pick the length of the thing and be sure it's right. Otherwise, you might slurp garbage back. So, man, this is funny.
Funny.
Yeah, this is, at least this is more sane than systems I've been working with.
That's an accomplishment.
Man, people are thinking of ULIDs now, by the way, which are like GUIDs with metadata. So they're like unique identifiers and they're gonna solve all the problems of humankind. So you can just trust me.
That's
Okay.
kind of silly.
Yes, it's like, man, it's all of that because people don't know what natural keys in relational theory is. They indeed solve all the problems. Even even if you have a flu, you take a natural key and then flu goes away. Uh oh boy. I'm thinking here. So the default behavior, if you don't have anything, it's just to write on the whatever. But I'm thinking, I have this odd feeling that you're writing, you would want to know to write in a specific offset, right? So how would our seek work in this case? We wouldn't have a seek because, well, you can't modify the file descriptor. I mean, on your application side, you can do whatever, but with this, you would have to send to the server the offset you want to write as well, right? Optionally. Are you guys following?
I lost the last part also at the end.
Do you want to stop already? I think it's already fine for today. I think
Oh, we didn't. We
everybody's
couldn't.
already.
No, but we couldn't write instantiate the data. That's what I was talking about.
We couldn't instantiate the data. What do you
No,
mean?
yeah, because right now we were talking about the appending slash other overriding behavior that we could do in the file system. Would put as a milestone for today to like just do the most grug thing ever, and then in
Oh,
the
that
F
I do
write.
in like a minute, man. But well, what's the point of just doing this?
Well,
You can
because
just
then we can
call
have stuff to polish.
that. We just write this, like which we called set. That's a terrible name, but it's a data, so whatever. Uh, entity, position, and what we need to write. So entity, data. Where's this? I lost it. Here, data set. So entity, and then position. We're gonna write on 0 and content. Uh, and then hopefully that works. Yeah, we need to define this before because the order matters.
The order matters. F sharp feelings.
Actually, in F sharp, you can put as the module recursive. Like if you have a namespace, let's say,
Oh, oh,
on the whole file, you
that's
can
true.
put a rec, and then everything is recursive. Uh, Here we're not that privileged. I mean, you can put things in theory in a module, and that's it. That would work, but we're not gonna do that, are we? So I think I'm not sure if this has already spawned the file. Let's see.
I have no recollection. So,
I think it will not, but let's see.
so what is supposed to do?
Policy.
We're gonna start the process, then we are betting that the mutable buffer will be used correctly, and then we're gonna decode it, then
Wait a
write into
sec.
disk.
Oh, I think it wrote. Yeah,
Really?
it did.
Can you show us an Emacs?
There we go.
Garbage. Yeah. So people have their first babies, right? We have our first file, boys. Congrats.
Try to write something else.
It will replace, right?
It will
So,
replace.
That's fine. It's just to check that we can actually write stuff.
trashy. So I'll send
Wait a moment.
trashy instead.
Weren't we supposed to write? Oh no, we don't write the hashes. We actually write the data. The hashes is to locate the stuff, right?
Yeah,
We do need to write the three nodes, which are a list of hashes, but that's later.
I see.
trashy.
Like the actual hashes themselves, we don't need to write because by definition, if we have the original data, we can just recompute the hash. So there's no point.
Sure.
Yeah, to
Okay.
persist that is not needed.
So we wrote our first file.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna finish
we're
the
gonna
recording
get
now.
there
We
eventually.
will get there.